do you keep an idiot in suspense? I don't know. It's been a week and he still hasn't told me. Hello, Pioneers, and thank you for joining me. My name is Bed and Breakfast, and on the last episode, we started this little oil factory here with an oil extractor, a couple refineries making plastic and rubber. And on today's episode, we are going to, well, apply a small band-aid to our issue of power. Let's go find another crude oil node. All right, so this one right up here is another pure. And we're just going to take this and generate as much fuel as we can after I dispatch these hatchers. Oh, they changed it. So the holiday season in Sweden is apparently over because we're getting some more updates now slowly, some patches. And they've tweaked it. And so those hatchers no longer die to 2 hits, which is cool, I guess, because otherwise it was pretty easy to destroy them before they even hatched a single release of those little crab things. But anyway, let's do an oil extractor. Right there on a pure node is 240 cubic meters per minute. Let's look at the fuel recipe. This uses 60 oil per minute to generate 40. So we can do 4 refineries, making 160 fuel. And 160 fuel divided by 12 is 13 and a third fuel generators. So yeah, that's not so bad. Let's build it. Let's start with some foundations. And zoop it over. All right, now we're going to need 4 refineries. All right, each one doing fuel. All right, let's let me switch this. I forgot to switch these. I want that to be my 3 now, and I want this to be my 7. We're going to start using our Mark 4 items, our Mark 4 logistics. All right, so that's going to be for us to take care of the polymer resin. We can either sink it, or what I'm hoping to do is turn it into some sort of product, like a fabric maybe. Alright, we've got power connecting all those now. We just need to run it over to our power grid over here. There. Takes us right up to the threshold of our max consumption. Again, our regular consumption is only about 1500 megawatts right now, so we've got some room, but I'm tired of getting that or being that close. And we had to turn off our motor factory just to get down that low. All right, we've got oil. Now we've got fuel. And we've got polymer resin. Let me look and see. I needed the polymer resin to unlock this. Yeah, the synthetic polyester fabric. So that'll be nice to test out what we need over here. Alright, this is similar to what we did. What was that on? I can't even remember. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it was the coal power plant that we did it on, because I remember putting the pillars on the bottom of these to make them look like they were supported. So, yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna throw into a container right now because I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to make the fabric here. I know you're probably sick of me here, or I know you're probably sick of me saying it, and I'm sick of saying it, but this is going to be temporary here. I've got plans for a very large power factory encompassing this whole coast. But the fuel generators require the computers and the heavy modular frames, so until we get those factories going, I'm not going to build a lot of them. So that's what we're left with. Alright, let's unlock this recipe in the MAM. Let's see what we get. Oh, we need water for it. That's okay. We happen to have a lot of water nearby. How much are we dealing with, though? We're getting 40... So we're getting 160 fuel, and we're getting 120 polymer resin. That's easy. Let's build that part first. Even though it's not really the point of this factory, it's going to be how we get rid of our byproducts. So let's take the moment and do it anyway. Alright, what did I say we need? We need alternate polyester fabric. Yeah, so we're going to need 4 of these as well. And then 1 water extractor. That's all we're going to need. There. There, that'll do it for the polyester input. Okay, now I'll get rid of those. Okay, now we need 1 water extractor. Ah, it's perfect. And just like that, we're going to have fabric. As soon as I connect the power to all of this and belt it out. I wonder if there's copper nearby and we could make a parachute factory. That would be neat. Alright, so there's 120 water, 120 polyester, and now we just need to use the 120 fuel. And the way we're going to do, what is it? The 160 fuel, that's right. It was 13 1/3. Alright, these fuel generators are pretty large. So to fit 10 of them on here, we're going to need some more room. So let's get zooping. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can fit 5 right here. I can just run the belt down the middle. So 1, 2, 3. 4. And a little bit more space. There, 5.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now to run the pipes, and then we got to run power lines, and then we're done. So now I realize I had said I need 13 1/3, but I've run out of computers. I had 50 computers and they take 5 each, so I had just enough for 10. So that's what we're looking at right here. It's gonna take a little while for this manifold to fill up. These first fuel generators have to fill with fuel before these ones consistently get it, so it's gonna be up and down a bit.
Comply.
There. Well, that's all there is to it. Now we've got a little bit of wiggle room, and maybe just enough that we could build a small heavy modular frame factory and a small computer factory. But now we have to deal with the fabric. Alright, now we just need to throw some mergers down. And let's just throw it right into an awesome sink right now until we build something that can use the fabric. I don't think I really need to just store a bunch of it. There. Perfect. Like a cat birthday. You know, I wish it was more power, but again, this was a band-aid. And that's done. Band-aid applied. Now let's go see what we can do with that power. Alright, I wonder if we can finish off our milestones. Let's see about train. Oh no, because I spent all the computers. I can get pipe smart too, though. Alright, let's take a second and spend some coupons. We should look at that. 19 coupons. And I think we even had one in storage. Yeah. Here's a new thing they just released in an update. This Clean Pipeline Mark 1s. They don't have the indicators on them that show you what's inside. And I think that'll be really slick for some clean options. Okay, I also want these coated concrete foundation material. Those are cool. Some grip metal. Steel wall. That's 17. Let's take steel roof materials now. All right. Okay, and now let's finish off the episode by going and setting up a little bit of temporary computer, just a hand-fed thing, to get a little bit of computer production going, and then find a spot for our future computer factory. All right, so I think for computers, I'm thinking about using this recipe right here. We need circuit boards, rubber. The rubber we can make over on this Gold Coast, which is where we're heading over there. And quick wire here. And there happens to be a pure Caterium node right here that's not being used yet. So that'll get us the quick wire and the rubber. And then for the circuit board, I was thinking we would use this recipe right here, alternate recipe number 2, which uses silica, which we happen to be producing right up here. If you recall, we're just sinking it right now, but instead we can truck it over. So here's the Gold Coast right here where the oil is. Right here's where we are with the Caterium. So I thought we could take the Caterium or pre-made quick wire and send it over to a factory that we're going to build somewhere in this area here. We've got the silica there. We can get rubber from the oil here. And there is a pure copper node somewhere right nearby. I've seen it in my traveling back and forth. Yep, right there. Pure copper. So yeah, that's all the parts we need for a computer factory. I just need to figure out where we're going to put it. Here's this node, pure copper, with convenient roads nearby. So probably just truck it over. And then we need, for circuit boards, we need it to be copper sheets. So we're going to be able to build quite a bit, because I think we're making hundreds of silica over there. So we should be able to make a large amount of circuit boards without a lot of work. So that's what I'm planning to do. Actually, this spot right here looks kind of good. As long as we have easy access to the beach, which we do right here. Sometimes I come across to the south of this rock right here, and then I have to go through the water, which is quite annoying. But since this leads right down here to the start of the beach, we'll be able to truck up and down the rubber. I love that idea. All right, that's the plan. Let's set up a little bit of, like I said, I want to make some, at least just some handmade, hand-fed manufacturer making computers, just so we get a little bit right now. That'll get us sorted until we get the computer factory made. Okay, so let's land right here. This should be one of our normal nodes. Let's throw an oil extractor on it. 120 cubic meters per minute of oil. Now that's going to need to go into a refinery to make rubber. And we also need... Okay, this is interesting right here. So this is a circuit board that's made out of rubber and petroleum coke. Yeah. Okay, so what we could do is we can make rubber, which is going to output heavy oil residue. And with the heavy oil residue, we can make petroleum coke. So that other one output 20 per minute of the heavy oil residue. So it's going to be half utilized, so we're getting 60 petroleum coke per minute. So let's get an assembler out. It's going to make circuit boards using that recipe. Okay, so that needs 45, so we're going to need to dump into the awesome sink an overflow of petroleum coke so this doesn't stop. And then the rubber goes right in there, and then we'll need a manufacturer. Good, I can make one. It would have been embarrassing if I couldn't. All right, so we're going to take circuit boards right into there. This is going to be petroleum coke. This is going to be rubber. And now we just need to hook up the liquids. Heavy oil residue. And oil. And now we need to power it. And what did I say? We needed it right here. A smart splitter for petroleum coke. And then to the right we'll do overflow. We'll put an awesome sink right here. Messy, disorganized, sloppy, small amounts, trickle. This is the bed special right here. Okay, Ethereum computers. Let's fill it with some quick wire, the circuit boards I have on me, and the rubber I have on me. So this is only going to run for a couple minutes before it stops, but it's better than nothing. Till we can figure out how we're going to automate the rubber going right into it. Well, that's not too hard. We have extra, we're out of motors. Okay, this is good enough for now. Well, let's wrap it up right there. We figured out what we're going to do next episode. We're going to build a computer factory over in that spot where I figured it out. We need to build a truck depot over the silica production, which is somewhere over behind those cliffs. We'll have that trucked in. We'll bring in rubber from here. Yeah, it'll be great. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe you could give me an idea of how to, be better, or something that you'd find more entertaining. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye now.